Busy bit of road this. Karuah National Park. That's where we're heading into. Hopefully that sun's not too bad, guys. We're going into the Karuah National Park to have a look in there. Now we're on limited COVID restrictions, of course, so we've still got COVID signs, but we're going in here. That is muddy's all crap there. Karuah National Park and the camping areas. So let's go for a look in there. From our rugged north all the way down to the beautiful south, the centre, the east, the west, doesn't matter where, from travel to tips and all sorts of other things for driving, you've come to the right place. Come for a ride with us and Mud Ducks forward right through. On the road into the Karuah National Park, which you can't see because obviously you're looking at me, but since all the COVID stuff's been going on, it looks like national parks have taken to giving the roads a bit of a grade because it's actually quite smooth and pleasant. I might show you some footage of that a little bit later on. But, we're going to have a look at these campgrounds in here. I haven't been in here since before the zombie apocalypse started, so we'll go and check that out. I've spun the camera around for you. So this is what we're dealing with at the moment, road-wise. Now, obviously, as restrictions get lifted, more people come camping more, the road gets driven more, I'm sure it'll deteriorate, but for the time being, it's not too bad at all. As I said earlier, it's been quite a while since I've been down here. So, it's worth coming down for a look. Beautiful day here today, which is quite surprising given what the forecast was saying. Anyhow, might as well enjoy ourselves, eh? Drive slowly. Is that even possible in a 200 series? I don't know. No, just kidding. Do the right thing on the dirt roads. Abide by what the governments want you to do. These places will stay open. I've chosen to come down here on a Sunday afternoon. So a lot of the campers will be done for the weekend and going. Hence the traffic going the other way, I think. Karuah National Park, Tatersalls camping area. No domestic pets and the other usual things that you see at national parks. Can't see what the other signs are because they're missing. Just at the turn off the main road in, didn't deteriorate much, but it did deteriorate a little bit, a few puddles and washouts just up the road up that way, but nothing you can't handle. All right, we'll go in for a look and we'll check it out. Well, this is just the drive in to the campground from where the sign was saying you're at the campground. So it's a few hundred metres, might be okay. Well, can't be too far away from being there. Where that sign is that says you're at the campground, it's still considerable distance where the campground actually is. Now what I have noticed is the road is in good enough condition, so at this point there's no reason you couldn't get any kind of vehicle in here at all, doesn't matter. We'll know more about what it's like in the campground shortly, but you can certainly get any vehicle, caravan, camper trailer, pretty well everything in here, certainly to this point. I may revise all that when I get in here, but it's not that bad, but it's surprisingly long way from where it says the campground is. There's a little drainage cut this there, no big deal, just drive through conditions. I'd say we're getting pretty close to the actual campground now. Okay, at the moment, of course, after all this COVID-19, advanced booking required for camping. Now, one would assume that's going to change, but at the moment, you have to book in to camp here, which I think is pretty well the same everywhere in national parks in New South Wales at the moment. Coming down the bottom here. What looks like the main camping area. So we'll pull up, we'll take you for a look around. Well, g'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring with another spotlight on campgrounds. Today I'm at Tatersalls Campground in the Karuah National Park. So we'll give you a squeeze. I'm in the middle at the moment. I've climbed up a bit of a hill. This campground has amenities, as you can see. It's in a national park, so all the usual national park restrictions apply. Up in the middle here is, I don't know if you'd camp in this bit, sort of like a main area, which I guess is how you get to the amenities, obviously. A lot of bollards on this ring road here. Anyway, I'll take you for a walk around it. I've started in the middle, which was a climb, but obviously there's a way you can drive around it. I'm parked down the bottom, and I'll give you a look at it when I get down there a bit. But from here, I don't know how well the camera's seeing it. In the middle here, I've got a lovely view of the Karuah River through the trees. This campground is alongside the Karuah River. It's a pretty nice looking place. Not a lot of grass, just the usual vegetation. And this is a little track I walked up to get up to the amenities. Now, people have driven it. No problem driving it, a 4-wheel drive. Is there a point? That's another question. One that shall remain answered by yourself. Certainly a nice, straightforward, drivable track, wouldn't be hard. Got some campers packing up now that have had their weekend by the look of it. So I'll stay away from those guys and I'll go down this way. and show you what it looks like around here. It's not a huge area. It's accessible by 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive camper trailers. I dare say you'd get off-road caravans in here without too much trouble if you're gentle on-road caravans. Now around from that, down the bottom of the hill from the amenities, walking around the track here. A bit more camping. See, there's proof that you can get a road car in here. A few little spots along this swampy looking area here. Now I'm guessing this is probably the less popular section of the campground. And people have been out there playing when it's been drier, but you wouldn't want to go out there in the wet. I think you'd be stuck there for eternity if you went out there. Realistically, I doubt whether you're supposed to, so let's not do that, people. Anyway, we move through that to an area that's opening up a bit. Obviously, you can camp down here readily. It must be quite drivable to drive that, but yeah. Now I'm here at the end of a weekend, so this looks like the limit of the camping area. People have had fires in here, of course. It's not as clean as it should be, guys. It haven't gone too bad. Fires there, there's some dead utensils on the ground. Old heat beads, it's not so bad. But why? Why, when there's obviously no reason for it, have we got empty plastic bottles lying around, guys? There's also some broken glass there I can't do much about, but I'll pick up these bottles. Not hard to take your stuff with you, but anyway, I've harped on about that before. I won't go into it again. So that little area's fairly secluded. I'll give you another swing back at that. Show what that looks like from an overview there. So relatively flat. It looks out over the swamp now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mozzie territory. I've not camped here, so bring your repellent, your Mozzie coils, just in case. So I'm going to walk back the way I came and show you the rest of it. But as I've heard said on another channel the other day, which I found quite funny, through the magic of editing, you don't need to see me do that. Right, I'm at the other end of this camp. I'll walk back and show you the other way. I came down that road just there, and there's a little camp in here where you could sneak into a camper or some swags or whatever. That's the view you've got over the river here. Isn't that pretty? And then just over to my right there is the road in that I just showed you. Here's a little dirt boat ramp. Now you get your tinnies in here. So I guess that's what this campground's good for a few water sports. Bring your tinnies, your kayaks, your canoes, stand-up paddleboards, I guess. I'm right at the edge of the water now on that ramp. Don't know if you'd want to bring a ski boat down here, but it's a pretty little place. This is your main camping area, just off here when I get back up this ramp. So the main guts of it's all down here at the water, as you can see. Some fire pits, picnic tables. So you've got everything you need. Now, as mentioned previously, not a huge area, but big enough to get a dozen or so. Maybe 20 altogether, depending how busy it is. I'm sure this area here is the popular spot. I would be still concerned about your midgies and your mozzies and all that stuff overnight, but you come to these areas, you've got to expect that. But it's all very pleasant in here. So I'm sure if you're in the Karuah area, off the Buckets Way, give Tatersalls Campground some thought. Not a lot more I can tell you about this one, guys, but it's quite pleasant. If I see anything else as I drive around, I'll let you know. In the meantime, if you like these videos, put a like on it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Really appreciate the support, it makes a lot of difference. If you're an old hand, thanks again for spending the time out of your day to watch my videos. And don't forget, guys, click the bell for notifications so you know when a new video comes up. All the best, guys. We will see you later, unless I find some more stuff on this one to show you. Guys, a few dead cars out here. Don't know what that was. That was a Pajero. Brett, that was a Pajero.